really.
Alright, so I'm just editing down. I'm just going to be editing down a long video. These really just like cup your ears and sit around your ears, and you don't even really, almost don't even feel like they're there. They're not pushing on your ears at all. That's the point. Now it's time to cut junk.
These are not really either. They're nice and comfy, but they just feel like a tighter fit around you.
There you go.
These are not really either.
Just cut out the junk.
These are not really either. They're nice and comfy, but they just feel like a tighter fit around your ears. They don't feel as roomy, as spacious. It feels like if you had these on for many hours, they could probably start to annoy and like maybe start hurting your ears. But I don't know. I haven't tested them that long. Start hurting your ears, but
Maybe keep that.
I don't know. I haven't tested them that long.
Alright, keep all that. Keep all that, I guess. We'll keep all that.
So anyway, that's about the mic. That's about the comfort, the fit, the feel. For $22, you're not really feel. Anyway, that's about the mic. That's about the comfort, the fit, the feel.
That's about the mic.
Anyway.
That's about the mic, the comfort, the fit, the feel. That's what I said, yo.
Hey, that's about the mic. That's about the comfort, the fit, the feel.
That's it. Little tongue twister.
For $22, you're not really. I'm not comparing apples to apples here. I'm not really. I'm not comparing apples to apples here. I'm not comparing the same thing. So same things.
I don't know about this.
Apples to apples here. Apples to apples.
That's it. We'll just take that, diggity that.
Comparing the same. Given that, obviously, but we're still trying to see what we got here for the $22. Trying to see, but we're asleep. But
yeah.
Okay, that's about the mic. That's about the comfort, the fit, the feel. I'm not comparing apples to apples, but we're still trying to see what we got here for.
I lost apples.
Apples to apples here. I'm trying to see what we got here for the $22. $23 rather.
For the $23.
$23 rather. Okay, now the most important thing is onto the sound. Now the sound, I just want to say, the sound on these other ones I have.
Come on.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing sound. I feel like it's the best sound I've ever heard, and these other ones I have are just the sound on these. I just want to say, tested them that long. Apples to apples here. I'm trying to see what we got.
Whoops.
Got here for the $23. The sound on these other ones I have are just absolutely amazing. Just amazing sound.
Look at all this we gotta do.
The best sound I've ever heard in headphones. I don't care about Dr. Dre.
I like that line.
I've had some other headphones like Audio Technica. I forgot the exact. Really nice headphones. They were up there in the 150 range too. The same price as these. They were not wireless. They were more music. All the features. The reason is because these sound just as good, if not better, than those that I'm speaking of, and they also have the microphones that I'm speaking of.
I don't care about no Dr. Dre beats.
Than those that I'm speaking of, and they also have the microphone.
Oh, scratchy. I cut off too much. Come on, speed up this editing here.
Then those.
Speed up and stop stuttering.
Just as good, if not better.
Shut your pie.
Because these sound just as good, if not beats. Because these sound just as good, if not better. than those that I'm speaking of, and they also have the microphone, and they also, if not better, have the microphone, and they also better, and they also have the microphone, and they also have the more comfortable cushion, and they also are pretty and light up, and they also are wireless, and they also have these buttons on the back where you can actually flip different EQs. You can turn these on and off. You can go wireless or not. Flip different EQs. You can flip different EQs. You can
That's it. That's all I need there. Junk the rest.
speed piece that more for the same price when you're getting more. Like I said, these can be wireless or they can plug in. You're already connected with everything. You have to have it comes with what I'm wearing. These, on the other hand, the ones that I'm wearing, you have to have it comes with a little splitter jack. So you have at the end of this. Actually, you know what? These.
Da 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 da. Junkety junkety.
These, on the other hand, the ones that I'm wearing, you have to have it comes with a little splitter jack. So you have at the end of this. The ones that I'm wearing, you have to have it. On the other hand, the ones on the other hand, the ones that
Trashy trash.
it comes with a little splitter jack. So you have at the end of this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you.
Oh wow, that's too loud. Too loud.
The end of this.
It comes with this, and it's just a 1/8" jack that goes into your audio output of your computer. Oh boy, got too loud there.
The end of this.
And then you get a splitter which has a red and a green. The green, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. The green is for the audio output. Well, it's peaking, so I'm going to pull this volume down. I'm not sure what. There we go. This volume can come down. It's a little obnoxious. For the audio output. Actually, going the wrong way. This other audio needs to come up. That's the thingy. That's the thingy. So I'm going to take all this audio here. I'm going to take all this, right? Grab all this. Actually, you know what? I just want to grab the audio. I don't want to cross. Wait, this audio. Whoa, see, look at this. Just brought it down a little bit, but this audio needs to come up. So what we have to do is we have to type this. And we're going to, well, let's go to our effects that are somewhere over here. We'll begin with the multi-band compressor and slap it on there and just crank it up plus 6 dB.
Are pretty and light up.
No, let's crank it up plus 8 dB.
And they also are wireless and.
Okay. We have some noise rumble in there, so how about a denoiser, maybe?
Have the more
and we'll just reduce all that noise.
Are pretty and light up,
and we'll slap on an EQ. And we'll give the EQ the loudness, and we'll bring the multi-band compressor after the EQ.
More comfortable cushion.
Oh,
and they also
it's still kind of boomy. The denoiser after maybe.
Are pretty and light up, and they also.
No, it's not working.
Have the microphone, and they also have the more comfortable cushion, and they also are pretty and light up.
So then we'll also slap on a dynamics.
And they also are wireless, and they are
so boomy. I'm gonna have to take this EQ and roll off the low end on it.
They also have comfortable cushion, and they also are pretty and light up, and they also.
Okay, that's better. I'm going to take this, hold Alt, right click, copy. Then I'm actually going to grab all the audio down here. And I'm going to right click and put remove effects, and then click OK for everything, and then I'm going to right click again and put paste attributes. Then for this big clip here with this big distorted audio, I'm just going to actually right click and put remove effects. And so now these clips here should have gain.
These were, when I got them, about 200, maybe 150 a moment. But these are called the Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum wireless. These were, when I got them, about...
There's so much background noise. If I double click this, I want to play it and where it was.
These were, when I got them,
So audio is so weak.
Artemis Spectrum.
Man, it's so weak. So look, you can even see like the wave is just not even there. You can't even see the wave. So really, I'm gonna have to crank this.
Artemis Spectrum.
My goodness, and I'm gonna go over here to the effects that are on it already and go to my EQ and maybe even roll off more low end, and then go to my, put the dynamics first. And how about this denoiser? Where is this denoiser? Offset.
G933 Artemis Spectrum wireless. The Logitech G933.
This is taking out the high end, but there's still
933 Artemis Spectrum wireless.
This low rumble. So maybe I'll add in here and take some of the 200, the lower end out.
Wireless G933.
Oh, there's all this hissing noise. It's awful.
Artemis Spectrum.
So bad. Let me roll more bass off.
Wireless. These were, when I got them, about 200, maybe 150 in that ballpark.
Let me roll off the high end.
Headphones I've ever had. When you pop down the mic on these,
and
that
then
activates it. I love these headphones.
Maybe boost the 2K.
They might be about 100.
But now we were off into the wrong. Here we go.
The Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum wireless. These were, when I got them.
Sounds so bad. Let me boost it up a little bit.
Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum wireless. These were, when I got them, about 200, maybe.
There's just so much noise in the microphone, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, copy that, right? Go ahead and grab all this audio again, right click, remove effects, right click, paste attributes. Oops, sorry. Come over here, right click, remove effects on this one.
And they also are pretty and light up, and they also are wireless, and they also have Artemis Spectrum. Pretty and light up, and they also are wireless, and they also have. They kind of come off, but I mean, they're not squeezing your head.
No, there's just too, they're too much. It's because the stupid volume kept changing per everything that was switched. So there's no like overall type of normalizing compression that's going to go on this whole thing. At least I don't think. There might be actually. In that case, what I'm going to do is highlight everything, right click, remove effects, remove everything for now. And then highlight it all and crossfade it with Control T for transition. So all these audio's cuts are crossfaded. I'm just going to keep editing for now, and I'm going to deal with the I'm going to deal with like some kind of compression after the fact. I'll nest everything together and try to run one whole compressor on the whole audio, even though it's so totally out of whack the way it fluctuates. You can see that in the waves.
Oh. These on the other hand, it comes.
And then you get a splitter which has a red and a green. The green, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. The green is for. Let me skip all this and see what's here.
Happened. Maybe it picked up on my webcam. Full noise. I don't know what that. I'm just going to tell you about the sound quality. It's not really great. It's not really bad. Going when I cranked it way up. I'm going to try right here.
So all this is sound test.
They don't seem to be registering.
All this is junk.
For me too. I really don't know.
All junk.
Check, check. 1, 2. And that's free. Everything.
Keep it going.
I will go for it. Just $23.
Alright, let's cut all this junk out here. This is all a good waste of time, which we're going to shrink all that down. All this is going to probably get cut here, as long as we just have this one little part.
As a red and a, and then you get a splitter which has a red and a green. The green, sorry, I'm going green. The green, which has get a splitter.
Boom, right here.
This, and then you get a splitter. Green, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Green. And then you get a splitter. Green is for the audio output. Well, wrong one. Green audio output. Well, wrong one. Green is for the audio output.
Cut all that.
You get a splitter. Green is for the audio output, so you can hear, and so you can hear.
Let me just
so you can hear.
Take away my stupid sniffle there.
And the red is for the microphone.
Cut out all that. Sniffle snaffle.
So you can hear. Red is for the microphone input, so you can talk.
That's it. That's all we need there.
So what I was gonna say about
all that junk, we don't need any of that. We're good. Crossfade that stuff. So we started at like 20 something minutes for this video. I think it was like 26 minutes or something like that. So we're down to 13. Most of this is going to be gone. I had, like I said, a lot of rambling.
Like I said, I had issues. I don't know. I have just $23 to spend on headphones.
There we go.
All you have is $23 to spend on headphones. I will go for it. I should know this, but
come on.
I mean, as far as the sound, there's no EQ on this. I don't. As far as the sound, there's no EQ.
Come on.
So
right here, we can cut to this. Chop that off.
Headphones. I will go for it. I mean, as far as the sound, there's no EQ on that. I mean. We'll go for it. I mean, as far as the sound, there's no EQ on this. I don't like that you can't really, but maybe you can go into your computer and EQ it somehow. There's no EQ on it. So basically I would just say it's a little mid-rangey. I mean, normally with an EQ it somehow. So basically I would just say it's a little mid-rangey. I mean, normally with the way I like to listen, a little mid-rangey.
That's it.
I like to listen to bass, and then I like in the treble, but I'm just looking at a spectrum for the bass, and then especially like the low mids, around like the 500, especially like the low mid, little dip in the mids.
A little mid-rangey. rangy, especially like the low mids. They're around like the 500. And the 1K in that area is where our ears are very like sensitive. So if things are blasting in those frequency ranges, they can hurt your ears. So aside from that, and then a little clarity in the treble, that's how I like to listen to the equalization spectrum. But with these, it's not bad. Like really, I just want to keep saying that. I expected it to be worse than it is. I think that's a fair way to say it, no? It's actually not bad. It's definitely tolerable, and if I were to, if that were my budget that I would have, I would definitely go for it. I've already said that, but maybe reiterating it is not a bad thing because it speaks well of the headphones. This I was just sampling from Hitwave Music. CD so I can listen to it and crank it up, and I'm gonna do that just for. Can I put my own plug in there? Why not? This I was just saying. Should I plug my own song? Might as well. This I was just sampling from Hitwave Music on YouTube. Hitwave Music, and I was putting on some songs so I could see the so I can listen to it and crank it up, and I'm gonna do that just for. See the some songs so I could see the so I can listen to it and crank it up, and I'm gonna do that just for a moment here and crank it up. Boom, boom, so I can if you haven't, the headphones are not as comfortable. Oh, this is the way I have it set up, but let me just listen. The headphones are not. Put these on. Oh, see, when I move these, I tap them and move them. Audio sounds pretty good. The headphones are not as comfortable, not at all. I definitely felt the difference when I here to it and some songs so I can listen to it and crank it up. Audio sounds pretty good. The headphones are not as comfortable, not at all. I definitely felt the difference when I went from these to these. They feel. I was putting on some songs so I can listen to it and crank it up. Audio sounds pretty good. The headphones are not as comfortable, not at all. I definitely felt the difference when I went from these to these. They feel. I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. When I switched from these to these, immediately I felt like a stiffness. It wasn't as pleasant, or as these to these. Come on, move it along, sir. Move it along. I feel immediately I felt like a stiffness. It wasn't as pleasant or as comfortable as having these on. So immediately the comfort is nothing compared to these. But if you haven't used these, then you. Trying to like backpedal. These on. But if you haven't used these, then you don't have anything really amazing to compare it to. So it's not bad. But let me give it a little listen more, because the first thing I noticed immediately was the thicker. I'm going to crank it up really loud for a moment here. One thing, I've listened to this song. I've listened to this on several different, countless, but junk. So it's not bad. Like I listened to it in the car radio, I listened to it on these headphones, I listened to it on my computer speakers, I listened to it in my friend's car, like I listened to it, so I know what it sounds like in different scenarios. So when I listen to it here, I'm judging it, in relation to those things. I'm gonna crank it now and give it a chance. Just have the little part where I'm singing. I'm doing a little right here maybe. Right here maybe. I'll just take this where I'm animated about it. So it's not that. So it's not that. So it's not that. We'll stop there. Alright, whoops, we'll leave it on the snare drum. Where'd that go? Just undid it. Right there on the snare drum. We don't need all this. Okay, so we'll take this. Whoops. Cut this here. And maybe zoom in this. Oh, you know what I should do is just pull the actual video, but anyway, gotta zoom this. Actually, I made this way too big. Pull it down. There we go. Maybe even bring it a little smaller. About there-ish. Whoa, what happened to the sound? So maybe pull this. The only way to do this properly, I was fine where it was actually. It's probably fine like this. This is probably okay. Right? About there-ish is okay. And then we'll duplicate this clip holding Alt. And in the duplicated one, actually what we can do here is in the duplicated one we'll get a like a crop tool and throw the crop on it and then take the left side of it and crop that out. Oh, my ear's itching. Okay, sorry. Now on the one underneath it, we're going to go to it and actually take, right click it and put remove effects, and it should get rid of the crop. Now the one in the top of it is here. You can pull back this to there. And we can take this bottom one and actually drag it over this way. There we go. Look how magical that is. We gotta just fix the timing of the cut. Maybe just putting a fade will fix that. Just double check this, back this up a little bit, put that there, now do crossfade, pull that in here, pull that in there. And a little too, what, jumping the gun? Or it's behind the beat, because this is your transient right about there-ish. So I think it's actually, let me just check this really quick. Pull this back, pull that here. Right there's the downbeat. And for here, our downbeat is about there. So now we should pretty much line up. Maybe this. Pull that in. And maybe even shrink this down. Or possibly pull this out. Yep, there we go. Got ourselves a little snare build. Alright, so if we want to plug my song, I might as well pull all this out and leave it looking like that. So we can go ahead and actually pull all this out and go ahead and just, what do you call it? Free advertisement song here. Okay, so we're at 5 minutes. Okay, so that's it. Let's give a summary. Summary.
It's a little more harsh, like
Summary.
has audio narrative. Oh, see that right there?
Which is the Hebrew word.
Very
You knew this. You must
mid-rangey and ear-piercing.
You've never.
I wish there was a way to equalize the.
The first book of Samuel, otherwise called the first book of the Kings. Gathered together their armies together at Shoko and pitched between Shoko and Azekah.
Okay, so it's a little boomy. Final conclusion is it's a little.
Here we go.
Final conclusion is.
All right, so
Final.
I'll take a crossfade here, and let's drag this crossfade out to about here.
Final conclusion is it's a little. Final conclusion is it's a little boom. Final.
Pull that here.
Final conclusion is it's a little boomy. Final conclusion is it's a. Final conclusion is it's a little boomy. Conclusion is.
So what I want to actually do is take this, and I want to pull this out to about here-ish. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Just want to pull this out to here. And I want to take the effects that are on this, right, copy and paste it only with Alt onto here.
Final conclusion is it's a little.
There we go.
Final conclusion.
Back it up. Back it up to about here. Let's just have that happen like this.
Final conclusion is it's a little boomy.
in the mids. So it's a little boom. Right when he says booming, that's when we'll punch him in. Final conclusion is it's. There we go. Final conclusion is it's a little boomy in the mids. So, I mean, if there's a way that, if you can deal with that, that's fine. My ears are a little sensitive. They've been damaged a lot from music, but it's not awful, and it's not, I mean, you might have to just adjust to it, but for me, it's a little too much in the range of, like, I want to say somewhere in the 200 hertz, but damaged a lot from music. Whoops, what do you got going on here? That's fine. My ears are a little sensitive. They've been damaged a lot from music, but it's not awful, and it's not, I mean, you might have to just adjust to it, but for me, it's a little too much in the range of, like, I want to say somewhere in the 200 hertz to 1K, somewhere in that range of dip, maybe specifically like the 500. But all I would do is just dip that down a little bit on an EQ just to, like, take out a little bit of that annoying mid-range in those headphones. The song sounded fine. Okay. But all I would do is just dip that down a little bit on an EQ just to, like, take out a little bit of that annoying mid-range. Dip that down a little bit. But all I would do is just dip that somewhere in that range of dip. Damaged a lot from music. Oh boy. So, I mean, if there's a way that, if you can deal with that, that's fine. My ears are a little sensitive. They've been damaged a lot from music. 200 hertz to a little boomy in the mids. So, mids. Whoops. Wrong button. In the mids. 200 hertz to 1K. Somewhere in that range of dip, maybe specifically like the 500. Somewhere in that range of dip, maybe. Somewhere. I had to click twice because the clips are no longer linked. 1K, maybe specifically like the 500. But all I would do is just dip that down a little, just 100. Come on, come on, come on. Dip that down a little bit on an EQ just to, like, take out a little bit of that annoying mid-range. The song sounded fine. Actually, I had no complaints with the song. It was just the speaking and the narration when that ad came on, and when this narration came on, it was just a little bit harsh. But I also at the same time had it cranked all the way up, which is not very loud. It's not like you don't put these on and they're not booming loud. Sorry, those headphones. So anyway, that's it. I think that's all I really have to say about it. I mean, sorry, those headphones. Sure. Price. For the price, sure. Sure. I mean, doesn't. I might want to cut. I'm going to cut definitely a lot of that out. For the price, sure. Sure. I mean, it doesn't hurt for me to have a backup headset right there like that. I might just give it to somebody, but it does not hurt at all to have that, especially if you were, like, let's say you were a musician with a home studio, and sometimes you're going to have, 3 people come in and record music or something, and you need to have, like, multiple headphones for some reason or other, or what, record music or something, and you need record music or something. People come in, 3 people come in, and I'm gonna right click and link these. Link. Okay. Set right there like that. I might just give it to somebody. 3 people come in. Set right there like to have a backup headset. I don't need to say that I'm going to give it to anybody. I don't need to look like I'm a good person, because I'm not. Okay.
The song sounded fine.
There we go. Maybe just cut all that out.
A little boomy. And final conclusion is it's a little boomy in the mids, 200 hertz to 1K, maybe specifically like the 500. Dip that down a little bit on an EQ just to like take out a little bit of that annoying mid-range. The song sounded fine, actually. I had no complaints with the song. It was just the speaking and the narration when that ad came on, and when this narration came on, it was just a little bit harsh, but I had no complaints with the song. It was just a little bit harsh, but I also at the same time had it cranked all the way up, which is not very loud. It's not like you don't put these on and they're not booming loud. So anyway, that's it.
Cut all that out.
For the price, actually, I had no complaints with the song. For the price, sure. I mean, it doesn't hurt to come in and record music or something and backup headset. 3 people come in and record music or something, and you need to have like multiple headphones for some reason or other, or whatever. Maybe you're gaming with people next to you and you need extra headphones for any reason, or you're just like you're riding like multiple headphones. 3 people come in and record music or something. People come record music, record something, and you need to have like multiple headphones for some reason or other, or whatever. Maybe you're gaming with people next to you and you need extra headphones for any reason, or you're just like you're riding the bus and you want headphones to extra headphones.
Come on, cut this junk out.
Headset, record music or something. You need to have a backup headset.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Headset, record music or something, and you're riding the bus and you want headphones to put on and cover out. I mean, there's no noise cancellation in these or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? They're headphones you could use anywhere, plug into. But you know what I'm saying? They're these or anything like that.
Make that clear.
These or anything like that. They're headphones you could use anywhere, plug into your phone or whatever. It's cool that they have a mic on them. They're not wireless. They're not the most comfortable. They don't sound the greatest, but they don't sound bad. And that will be my final review on this. And I think we've taken this way long and way too far. My final review on this, and I think we've taken this way long and way too far, and spent long enough, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So
it wasn't that long actually to edit it.
You can find.
I'll just get that end part right there.
Anymore, so
we'll just get our ending here.
Review. Just subscribe to me and all my channels. You can find them somewhere. Yeah. And find them in the description or at the end screen input or something.
Belches and cream, baby.
Somehow. But you can also find my channels. You can find them somewhere. Yeah, and find them in the description or at the end. Somewhere, find them in the description or at the end screen input or somewhere or something or some way or somehow. But you can also go to tactimes.com, TACTIMES.com, and you'll find all my weird stuff there, a little more controversial stuff, and then there you can dive into the deep hole of the abyss of information. All right, guys, peace.
Okay, so do we want to put an ending? Do we want to put an ending? No, I think that's a good enough ending. That's fine. We don't need an ending. We said what we has to says. That's it. So double click here and we'll export this out. So we actually cut it down to 646. Not bad, because it was like 26. So the thing is, do we want to what do we like to here, right click, whoops, we'll grab all this, we'll right click it and nest it. Alright, so then on the Nest, what we can do is we can go now to our... See, the audio is what I wish I would use, Adobe CC 2018 for, because it has better audio, I feel like, controls than CS6, but CS6 for me is, I prefer to edit on it still. I don't like the 2018 CC or whatever. I don't know how the newer CCs are. I never tried them, but anyway, so on the sound really quick. Let's see what we can pump up. Let's take on a dynamics and throw it on there. I wonder if there's a stable. No, there's not a stable, or what do you call it? Normalizer. They don't have the warp stabilizer for video. Normal. No, they don't have that. Okay, so if we go to compressor, multiband compressor. Okay, so we'll put on first the dynamics.
Like flip your head back.
Take it off.
It might.
Put it on.
Other headsets, they're actually wireless.
Alright, so for the dynamics, I'm going to pump this up too. We have soft compression. I'm going to slap on, what is it we have for a limiter? Beam compression, hard limiting. If we put on hard limiting, what happens? Wish I could see my audio wave, but I can't. Let's say this is cranked. No, it doesn't work. So I'm just going to go to soft compression. I'm going to click on the limiter and crank the threshold down to like negative 0.30. And then you get a splitter.
It kind of comes. Artemis. Okay, it has this little volume.
Okay, and then after that, what I'll do is I'll take a multiband compressor, throw it on there, beef that up with a +8 gain, and actually probably want to put the dynamics after that.
On here, kill the power off.
And I can even put an EQ on it. The EQ can go up front. We put a loudness EQ. Actually roll off the bass and roll off the high end, and maybe bring down around the 2, and the 500, 300, 400. Okay, all right, let's see what we have here.
Off, the microphone goes off. Even when the volume is on the back of the headphones, so you just read rubbery. They also have
Suspended headphones. I will go for it. I mean, as far as the sound, there's no EQ on it. Like a stiffness. Alright, so I don't know. I think that's the best we're gonna get the audio. For the video, let's take a let's do a fast color corrector and pump up some saturation to like 130. Crunch in a little bit of the blacks to like 6, pump up the mids like 1.1-ish. And let's turn that off and on and compare. A little more color in there. Okay, and now we definitely need a sharpener because this webcam is weak. Sharpen, and for the sharpen, where do we have this? Right here. Let's leave it at 2 radius. Crank it to like, I don't know, like 80-ish. Let's take it off for a second. Okay, let's actually duplicate it. Control C, Control V. After we duplicate it, we'll pump up the number to like 10. Okay. Let me take off that 10. That looks way better with it. Yeah, way better. I'm curious if I even crank this up higher. Wow, actually I like it. I like the clarity that's comes out of it a little more than if I take it off. It's like way blurry. This is a little much, but over here, oh, see, that's not even doing much, this other sharpener. So if I take this other sharpener, put it at like, let's try like 3. We'll put this, whoa, that's noisy. We'll put this sharpener at like 6 and put it back on. This one's too high, so we'll drop it down to like 100, and we'll put this one up to like 100. That's a little much with the sharpen. This one I think I want to put on like 4. And this one is a little much, so we'll back it off to like 60-ish. There we go. And there we go. And then we'll take the color corrector and kick this the blacks into like 12. And then we'll even pump up saturation to like 140 and give it even more color, or 150. I have a scared poodle. That's a little much with the saturation, but actually not bad. It's better. It's better, I'd say. The blacks can drop down to like 10-ish. Alright, good to go. I think it's good overall. I don't think the sound or the visual is going to enhance much better than that. So, really, I just want to keep saying that. I expected it to be worse than it is. It's a little grainy, but it looks better than it did without the. Check the unsharp mask here. That's a little much, so maybe we'll drop this to like 80. And this one's at 60. We'll drop this down to like 60 with it. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's good. Good to go. I don't want to watch it here, so I'm just going to end this stream. If you want to watch it, go watch it. It'll be somewhere. It'll be at TacTime's Twisted Humor channel is where I will post this bad boy. Alright, peace out. Peace out. Go to my channels, TacTime's Twisted Humor. That's where it'll be, the grand finale. Peace out, my people. In the Middle East, in the West, in the North, in the South. I have a really scared poodle here because it's thundering. I've got to attend to him. Goodbye now. We'll see you soon.